What up, world? You on the mic with Mike, Mr. Mike. And this is Keep That Chair Spinning. Let's get it. All right, good people. Welcome back. As I said, this is Keep That Chair Spinning. I'm your man, Mr. Mike. And what we have, man, is simply a podcast that's geared to some of the up-and-coming barbers, some of the barbers that have possibly been in the industry for a couple of years and end up finding themselves stagnant. Hopefully within this, we can, drop you a couple nuggets, man, that'll get you back going, help you find your footing, and just give you some insight as to what could possibly get you back in love with this career that you chose for whatever the reason may be. Today is GemsDay once again. GemsDay, if you don't know, if this is your first time tuning in, GemsDay is just a day where we go and we sit down with a veteran barber, a barber that has been at it for a while, and we try to get them to drop a couple gems, a couple nuggets, and some sound advice that'll hopefully get everything in your head to maybe trigger something and spark you up. So without further ado, man, I have a very good friend of mine, man. A couple episodes I did, tell you guys that I was a troublemaker, man, and I ended up finding myself within this path by luck, by whim, by bad luck. But Mr. Milton Bowers, he took a chance on me, man. I was blessed to be able to work with him for 6 years. But he gave me a shot one day. I came to the shop. I was in barber school getting ready to graduate, man, and I went and talked to him. Just like I tell y'all all the time, you peep out the scene where you're looking to work. And that was another crazy part, was Milton was my barber. So I already knew what he stood for. I already knew his characteristics, his morals, and his values. And it was definitely a spot that I could see that I wanted to work in, I wanted to start my career at. And once I was, getting ready to finish up with barber school, as I said, I went and I sat with him and I talked with him, and he gave me a good shot. So if I had never said it, Milt, I'm definitely thankful for that opportunity, man.
Welcome, brother.
It definitely, it paved the way and it opened up a door for me to provide for my family and start my career. So without further ado, like I say, I got Milton Bowers with me, man. And
thank you. Thanks for having me.
For sure, man. Thank you for coming on, man. Well, we want to dive right in, Milton. Just, I guess, let everybody know how long you've been cutting hair and maybe what was it that made you pick up a pair of clippers?
Well, for me, I started, I picked up a pair of clippers probably, I'll be 55, now I'll be 56 in December. So I picked up a pair of clippers in my 7th grade year, coming up between the 7th and 8th grade years over that summer. Something to do, me and my friends hanging out, just playing with each other head, doing stuff like that. But I actually cut hair all starting back then, like I say, in the 7th, 8th grade. By the time I got to high school, I was still cutting. Then I've been cutting hair professionally since 1989. So I don't know, that's what, 35 years, probably coming up my 35th year this year. So I always enjoyed it. Just something that I thought that I could do. I felt like if you could draw, or you have a vision of seeing a finished product, you could cut hair, and take a little time to do it. Just started off as something to do. Then I ended up going to barber school and actually, so I can learn how to cut me and my friends' hair better, because we used to cut each other hair, take turns passing the clippers around, and I'm the one who kind of stuck with it. I don't think I liked it a little bit more. Seeing a finished product, seeing someone get up and they like, yeah, I like that. So it went from there.
Gotcha. And that's one of the things I was definitely trying to find to put in words. I had a barber who had asked me, how am I able to cut so quick?
Mm-hmm.
And for me, what I heard was what you said right there, was seeing that vision.
Yes, definitely.
Like for me, once the customer is able to tell me what they want, I already got that cut in my head.
Yes, exactly.
So I know the proper steps to get there.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, and we gonna knock this out.
Yeah.
And of course it comes with the repetition, but first and foremost is being able to see that vision and learning your steps to get that done. So I definitely like that.
Yeah, because even though, if I cut your hair once or twice and you not changing what you want in your haircut, I could even actually, if I like to, I could go faster if I needed to, to make up time. But, it's easier when I know what you want and you getting the same thing and you haven't changed, so it's easier. But it takes a little while longer to initially cut someone hair the first time, because you don't really know that person or what they really want, or you don't know their head. So, but again, like I said, if a customer can explain to you exactly what they want, how they want it, showing you a picture, they want this, this, and this, and this, and you can visualize doing that, that, and that, it's kind of easy to do, because if you can envision it, you should be able to do it, or you can do it.
And that comes with how serious are you about your craft. Again, we're in a different time right now where a lot of people they're self-entitled, and they feel like it's all about them and everything, it should be coming easy, it should be $1 million every single haircut that you're doing. Nah, man, it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take you, whether it's watching videos or giving out a couple free haircuts, messing some people up. It's gonna take you some time to put in that work and figure out how to get better. If you want to get better, you gonna get better. But at the end of the day, it's on you.
I mean, that's like every barber, if he being honest with himself, he'll tell you, I'm gonna mess up some heads. It's a part of a growing process, at the end of the day, I'm human. I'm not perfect.
For sure.
Even though I'm striving for perfection, and when I'm cutting your hair, I'm not perfect. So, even 35 years in, I don't always get it right. But at the same time, if you tell me what I did wrong, I'm sure I can fix it.
For sure.
I can make it right, but that don't mean I always get it right.
For sure.
But I definitely get it right more times than not. I think that's one of the reasons why I've been as successful as I have been. First of all, I love what I do, so it's easy to do, because it's not like work. I'm coming in and, it's not even like work. I just come in and do what needs to be done. I got people depending on me. They enjoy me cutting their hair the way I do it. They like the fact that, if I give them a time to come, they on time, I'm on time, we on time, everything's good. Consistency, I did what I did the last time. That's why I say, if you tell me, if I did what I did last time and you didn't say nothing was wrong with it, I'm gonna do that again. So if it's not right, let me know, because I can do something different. I've been doing it. I don't cut some of everybody's hair over the course of these years. I mean, I've seen women come in with their sons. Their sons don't have sons, and their sons don't have sons. So I don't been around to cut some of everybody's hair once or twice. So it's been a blessing. Overall, it's been a blessing. Because I never thought that this would be like a way of life. I thought I was doing it, and I do it because I like doing it. Never thought it'd actually be paying the bills, and I make my own hours, and the whole nine. So it's definitely been a blessing.
And that's what it comes down to. Hence the actual name of the podcast, man, is to keep the chair spinning. Whenever you can have a better management of your time, and you're not sitting here wasting your time or the next person's time, man, we can keep this thing rolling. When one get up, another one sit down, and that's the beautiful part of it. Because again, when you got people that's providing or waiting on you to provide for them, we ain't got time to waste. I know many that can't walk and chew bubble gum at the same time. And sometimes it gets like that for me as well. I don't want to have a full-blown conversation with you. That's another thing I remember I will always hear you say is, I don't want to talk to you when you're over there. I talk to you when you get in the chair. Like, let me focus on what I got right now, and then
or vice versa. I want to talk to you when you're sitting over there. I want you, when you're in the chair, I want you to be still so I can cut your hair. We could, if we need to have a conversation, we have a conversation, but the long, drawn-out conversation that you want to have over there about whatever, you can do that while you're over there. When you get in the chair, can you be still?
Sit still.
Because you do want a good haircut. I can't hit no moving target.
I say that, and that's what, I know I'm getting off a little bit, but a lot of these new wave barbers now, they like, oh, I don't cut kids, I don't cut kids. Man, I have harder times with adults
Exactly.
than a kid.
And my thing with the kid is, sometimes you get adults, and they, you get a kid basically. If you get a kid from the time you cut their first haircut, you may get a chance to cut that kid hair till he get in high school. Because once kids get in high school, they start doing other things with their friends, or they move, or whatever. But long as they're a kid, yeah, it may be it start off kind of hard,
Yeah.
but after maybe the second, the third or fourth or fifth haircut, they get used to you and they realize they gonna get a haircut regardless, so they good, and you don't broke them in, now they good. So you got that kid, that child for I ain't gonna say for life, but sometimes you have them for life.
Sometimes you do. And the other aspect I tell that about that too is though with the kid, once they get to playing sports or going to school, they got circles.
Yeah.
They got circles, and the mama like that haircut or the dad like that haircut, and they start saying, man,
Who cut your hair?
Oh
Yeah, word of mouth is always the best advertisement.
For sure.
You handle your business in the chair, give a client the haircut they ask for. It's not all about what you want all the time. Give them what they ask for, and that's what's gonna satisfy them. You can give them a haircut that looks good to you, but they're paying for it.
Yeah.
So you want to give them what they want. Sometimes you may not necessarily like what they want, but if you give them what they want, I'm almost guaranteed they're gonna come back because you did what they asked to. It's like when you spend your money somewhere, you want to get what you want. So it's the same thing. I always take that in consideration, because I realize people can go anywhere to get their haircut.
For sure.
So if they choose me, I want to give them what they want.
For sure. That's my saying. There's 1,000 barbershops between you and them.
Exactly.
But they coming to you for a reason.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So you make sure you take care of your business to keep them coming.
Yeah.
So you say, in the game for 35 years, man, like let's go back to young Milt that's getting ready to go to barber school, man. What's some advice that you would give to young Milton getting ready to jump in barber school?
Me, I went in it for, I guess, like I said, I feel like some people may go into barber school now to be a barber. They may be getting it for the wrong reason. I say that because sometimes people come in and talk about it, and they come into a barbershop, they see the barbershop full, they assume that when they get in a barbershop, it's gonna be full for them also. But you realize a lot of time in the barbershop, those people are waiting on someone already. So it's not just about that, some people seem to, I don't know, I don't think I'd give myself no advice because I went in it because it was something I wanted to do. I wanted to get better at just learning how to cut hair. I didn't get in it for the money aspect of it. I got in it because it's something I like to do. So it's like with anything else, I say, don't go to college for anything for something you don't want to do just for the money. Because I feel like whatever you're doing, if you do it the right way, and you got a genuine love for it, and it is profitable, you'll receive the profits. You don't have to do something, you don't have to go to school to be a doctor if you don't like dealing with people, or even the same aspect. You don't have to go to barber school. You shouldn't be a barber if you're not dealing with people, if you're not a people person. I like coming to work, being around people and all that stuff, so I don't know, I don't think I would change anything, my younger self. It's nothing I would tell them because I did it the way that, I would say do it the way you've done it, That's what I tell myself. You did it the right way, you did it because it's something you wanted to do, and you had no idea that you would still be doing this here this many years later, making your own schedule, coming and going as you choosing, I don't think I would do anything different.
That's good. So now for maybe a student that is getting ready to get out of school, and you being in the shop for the many years that you have been in and seen some of, the new waves, like such as myself, 10 years ago, that come through looking for work, what's something that you would tell somebody that's fresh out of school, when they're looking for a shop?
Looking for a shop? Look for a shop that, like I say, if you had a chance to work anywhere, if you had an opportunity to work with people that you like, or you like the atmosphere in the shop, or don't compromise on what your values are. If you go to a shop and, they got a lot extra going on in there, that's probably not a shop you want to work in, because it's not who you are. So that stuff that they're doing in there, not saying it's wrong or right, but if that's not you, it's going to rub off of you, and it's not going to be what you want, so it's not beneficial to you. So I would say not to do do that way. I don't know. I would tell them, make sure, understand too. Also, when you first get into a shop too, when you first start working, just because it may be a shop full of people, don't mean they coming to you. They want to see you working. And for what what I did when I first started working is that, like most barbers, not all barbers, but a lot of barbers cut hair before they start in the barbershop. They was always had a pair of clippers. They was cutting at home or in the garage, the bathroom. I was cutting at school when I was in high school. I was cutting in between classes. Anyway, still, you have to. Everybody that come in the shop now, it's gonna be times where you're gonna come in the shop and you're not gonna do nothing. It's gonna be many days where you come to work and it's gonna be a lot of people come and go. They're gonna look at you and I'm gonna wait on the other guy. Because they don't know you first of all, or know how you cut per se or whatever. So they don't know your style or you, plus they come there for somebody else. So what I did when I first started is like the people who would come to my house, even though I come into a barbershop and haircuts, I think back then may have been $15 or whatever. So I would have people who used to cut it at my house or whatever like that, my friends, who I maybe would cut their hair for free because we was friends. I would tell them to come to the shop on the days when it's busy, so the people who was in the shop waiting on everybody else could see me holding clippers, at least seeing that this guy, at least he can cut hair. Right. He can hold a conversation. He could, he okay. Maybe if my other barber is too busy, maybe I give him a shot, or maybe I'd bring my son to him, see if he like him or whatever, So that's how I got started for me, and I tell them just be patient because you got to be patient. You can't expect to come in like in any job. You can't come in, working at Jack in the Box on a Friday the first day. You want to be the manager the next day. Yeah. You got to get steps to eat everything you do.
Definitely pack your patience. And, I've told that story before as well. When I talk about D, D was coming in on Saturdays and, his barber was always late.
Yes,
He would be there 45 minutes to an hour before him. And I remember one time you told him, like, man, you might well hit Mike up. Yeah. D wasn't getting nothing but a bald head and a beard.
Nothing, but that's the thing, I tell people all the time, it's not all about a bald head and a beard. How hard is that to do? Right. But he going to you for a reason. It ain't just because you can cut hair good or bad. Right. You going to me for some other reasons. It's not all about how good you can cut hair. What else can you do? Can you hold a conversation with this person, or y'all have any kind of interest, or you reminding him? It's a whole bunch of things that make a person come to you.
Yep. But at the end, it was just a matter of being overlooked by the customer, because he was just unsure of what I was going to bring to the table. So, I tell a lot of the barbers that, my first 2 years, I sat down a lot. Saturdays, Fridays, the busiest days. Man, I sit there twiddling my thumbs until I did start investing in myself, which was a lot of the pictures, a lot of trying to post, I say it all the time, pass cards out wherever you at. If it's church, the liquor store, wherever you at, you got to put yourself out there. It's not just going to come to you. You have to invest in yourself, your brand.
Especially in the shop that you was in, the shop with me was in the shop. It wasn't a commission shop. In a commission shop, you expect the one who you paying, they to go out and hustle up people for you. I never been in a shop like that, so that was new to me. I wasn't about that, You sell yourself. You spend your money on your business card. You get your business cards to people you want to do business with. You see somebody with a bad haircut, or see somebody your friend or whatever, give them your card, and tell them who you are and how much you charge, where you located at, and just every now and then just check on that person. You ain't got to harass nobody because you don't want nobody harassing you. Right. You got to treat people the way you want to be treated.
Yeah, for sure. So kind of tapping into the commission talk. I know here and there, again with the times you've had to kind of dabble with it. Yes. What is your take? Like, do you prefer your booth rent like you've been doing for so many years, or how you feel about dealing with commission?
I think commission is to me, a win for the whoever running the shop. I think it's a win. And not that I don't want to win, but I feel like if you are in the business, you wouldn't want to go into a shop that's commission unless you don't have any clientele, and that's what you need. It's a need for a commission because you expecting the owner to provide all that you need.
Right.
But I prefer. I don't think I would. You know, again, I've been in the game too long. I don't think I'd work in a shop that's commissioned because, you know.
I think he old school, and
Yes.
you know, I take that aspect as well. Is that I'm okay betting on myself.
Yeah.
That's for me what booth rent is. You know, I really don't care what the amount is. Of course, it has to make sense.
Yes. Yes.
But at the same time, I'm okay betting on myself.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's what commission is. It kind of gives you a way out.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's a blessing for someone that's fresh out of barber school.
Exactly.
They're trying to find their
Yeah.
way. And, you know, they may be new to the area or whatever the case may be. Commission is a blessing, but I definitely feel like I'm like you.
Yeah.
Give me booth rent because
Yeah.
I bet on myself.
Yeah.
I feel like I know how to get somebody into this chair and to get them to come back in 2 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, you want to be able to make your booth rent in a day, or if you can't make it in a day, you want to make it in at least 2 days.
Right.
Then you got, if you were in a shop that's working 5 days a week, which most shops are, because you generally off on Sundays and Mondays. If you work in a shop like that, you want those 3 days to be able to make your money.
Yep.
You know, and if booth rent is say $200 and you can make $200 on the Tuesday, you got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are the busier days of the week to make your money. You know, and that's what you're looking for. That way you can actually see, you know,
Yeah.
you can actually see your profit.
But again, that comes down to you and the type of work ethic that
Yeah.
you're gonna put in.
Yeah.
Again, I've had in my shop, and I've seen a lot of the conversations online where a lot of people talking about, man, this shop's slow. You know, ain't no walk-ins over here. Man, you can't be looking to survive off just walk-ins alone. You know what I mean? Like say you have to make sure that you doing your thing to make sure that people are coming back to you. And I kind of want to hit that as far as like what is some pointers that you have to make sure that your people coming back. Now, I pass it along because it was something that stuck with me, and I still do it a little bit to this day. But for the most part, I got the online booking. But I remember what you would tell me was when you're slow, man, pull your phone out.
Yeah, I mean,
Where you at? Where you been? You busy? You need a haircut?
yeah.
Come on through.
I mean, because for me, because I old school and I actually still write down my name, so I know. And like I say, because of it, I've been dealing with a lot of people for a long time. I know that, like say on Booksy or whatever app you use it to book your thing, that sometimes it may have, or you can set it up how you want to set it up. I'm assuming, so you can set up a time slot for maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, hour and a half, however you want to. But if you got that booked off, if only way somebody's looking to get to me is on one of those apps and they see I'm full all the time, they're not gonna call me to see, you know, whatever. But if you call me, I may know that I can adjust my schedule because I know that this person here, he always late. Or this person here is always early. So I can adjust my schedule. This person here is always late, but it don't take me but 15 minutes to cut his hair. Or this person is always early, and it take me 15 minutes to cut his hair. So I can put somebody in there. I may have a 12, I can schedule a 12, 15, because I know this person's gonna be early, and it don't take long. So I just easy for me. I never did like that because then I'm old school to the point too. I don't like people checking up on with me, assuming that I have something that I don't, causing commotion where it don't need to be none. You assuming, oh, he booked out for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like, oh no,
Yeah.
I don't want you to assume anything. So I want to be the one in control of that for a lot of different reasons. And that's just one of them. I want to be able to control, you know, like I say, like you were saying though, when I look back at my book to see as I'm writing down, okay, this person here he could be coming every other week for the last 3 months. Look back and he didn't call. So I'm gonna get on the phone and, hey, you know, what's up? You know, just checking on you, make sure you're okay. I'm saying that in two different ways. I'm checking on you to make sure you're okay, but I'm generally checking on you to make sure you're okay, but I'm also checking to see, did I do something wrong?
Right.
Or, a lot of people change phones and they lose numbers. Stuff happens, I get that. So I'm checking on you for a number of reasons, but at the end of the day, I'm checking on you to make sure you're okay because, as I'm getting older, people checking out these days.
Yeah.
And it's,
it's a lot
so
going
I'm
on.
checking on you, but I'm checking on me at the same time too, in a roundabout way. And a lot of times I do that also around holiday times. I may send out a mass text I may send everybody just Happy New Year's or Merry Christmas or Thanksgiving or Happy Father's Day, just to, just to reconnect with them.
Yeah.
But sometimes people change, and I did that once before to somebody. He had said I push his hairline back too far. I'm like, man, you getting older like I'm getting older. Your hairline is leaving. I didn't push it back, but then when I called him one time and said something to him, I forgot what it was. Maybe Happy Father's Day. He was like, yeah, Happy Father's Day to you. Or what you got next Tuesday?
Yeah.
I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
To myself, that's all it took to get you back to me. And he been, he was gone for maybe about a year. He been coming back for about the last 3 years. So it's like, wow. So that's why I reach out to people when I'm sitting around doing nothing. I go through my book and be like, okay, let me just reach out some kind of way. I got a lot of different ways I can reach out, but sometimes I play people on games on my phone. I'll hit them on the game, it's your turn, play, whatever. So just find a way.
Yeah, and that's it. That's still going back to you as the barber. You got to take the steps for yourself. Again, nothing's going to come to you. Again, people do fall out. Some people don't know how to communicate that you pushed their hairline back or that you took too much off the beard. So you got to be able to have that communication open with them, be able to have that rapport with them. And that's it's the same thing when they get in the chair. It's a genuine conversation, like, man, what's up? Like, how are you? How's the family? How's the wife and kids? Like, y'all still going on the cruise in a couple months. Like, it's a genuine conversation to where that way they feel like they can tell you, hey man, last time you kind of dipped in, when I wanted to fade across. So it is.
But that's the thing, if they don't tell you, you don't know. And I would rather you tell me than you put me on social media, making it seem like I did it on purpose or I just know what I'm doing, because I'm human.
Yeah, and that's the other half I try to tell the new barbers that, man, we are in a society where people trying to put you on Front Street. That just as well as they gonna give you a good review, leave you 5 stars and he's the best and never had nobody do it like this. Dip in a little bit too much.
Yeah.
They taking that picture the same way. Man, look what they did over here at Kingstone or over here at this shop. And now you gotta try and follow that up. So, you gotta be mindful and take pride in all that you do, you know what I mean? But definitely just be mindful of this crazy society that we're living in. A good review, a bad review can come just as well as a good one can.
Yeah. I'm bad with social media like that. I generally don't even, it's kind of like I got a Facebook page, Plan B Barbershop, but I didn't. The only reason I got it because somebody else started a Facebook page. I didn't want one, but then they kind of forced me into that, and you get caught up reading all the comments. So then I'm not on, but I'm like Google. You get the Google reviews and stuff like that, and it's another one. I forgot the other reviews that people always review stuff on, and sometimes people leave you a good review, and for the most part, that's sometimes people will call and they'll say, I ask them how you find the barbershop, just generally talking, trying to find out who's sitting in my chair, trying to get a relationship, and I saw you on whatever, and you had 5 stars. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't try to reply on there because then I get caught up all day long, had to reply to everybody, and I don't reply to nobody. That's like even when I do get on Facebook from time to time, I won't reply to nobody, so nobody won't feel left out. I don't reply to nobody. I see you, but if I reply to you, I'm gonna talk to you.
When you come in. But and that's another thing that I definitely learned from you as well is when I get somebody new, I'm asking, hey, how'd you find out about the shop? Or walk in, hey, how'd you find out about the shop? But it also builds that rapport as, man, I live in a neighborhood 5 minutes away from here. I've been coming to get lunch over here and I just now saw you. Okay,
Yeah.
now once we get going back and forth,
Yeah.
and now you may call on a day where I'm busy.
Yeah.
Hey, if something does open up, let me know.
Yeah.
You know what? I remember you say you stay 5 minutes around the
Exactly.
corner. So I'm gonna shoot you that text or call you and tell you,
Like
come
you
on.
say, on your app, you may use the booking app. So if somebody at the last minute don't show up,
Yep.
and somebody he called you or whatever, he was trying to get in, and I know you work 5 minutes away and you can leave.
Yep.
You know, hey, can you be here in 5 minutes? If so, I can get you in because such and such just canceled. So it's gonna keep my chest spinning.
For sure. For sure.
Keep the chest spinning.
For
man.
sure.
I mean, that's what you want though, because at the end of the day, when I come to work, I'm coming to work to work. Now, when I get off work, don't be playing with me. I'm off now.
Right.
I come to work at a certain time. I leave at a certain time.
Yeah.
You can call me all during the
Yep.
business hours, but after certain business hours, I may not answer my phone.
Yep.
I see the message, but I can't nothing I can do because I'm off now.
Yep.
Because I have my time for my family, and you know that's the older I get, the more important that
Yes,
becomes.
sir. Yes, sir.
So I don't want to be when I'm at work. I'm coming to work to work. I got everything I need in the shop. To eat. Got a refrigerator. Got stove, microwave, all that stuff. So I don't need to leave. I'm bringing leftovers from home.
Yep.
I'm here to work. So come doing business hours, we can work. But don't be coming to me. Well, how much you charge for after hours? I'm not staying after hours.
Yeah.
Because I've been doing this too long.
Yeah.
Not that I don't need to or I'm too good or don't want to, but I choose not to because I got a life.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the thing, I've said that before. You gotta be able to find that balance.
Mhm.
And it will take you a while, in the first 2 years, like I say, after sitting down for so long and then, year 3 it pops for you and
Mhm.
now you are enjoying,
Yeah.
getting your grind on. You're still gonna have to find a way to find that balance so that you don't get burnt out. We've seen so many barbers that have done it for years and just all of a sudden they burnt out, they changed professions.
yeah.
They don't even want to do it anymore. So,
Truck driver.
firefighter.
Yes. Yeah.
Just all of a sudden, they get burnt out.
Yeah.
They didn't want to change their profession or didn't feel like the barbering money was taking care of insurance, all that good
There's
stuff.
a lot go into that.
Yeah,
You have to, at the end of the day, you deal with a lot of people.
For sure.
And it's hard
For sure.
when you got somebody coming here that you generally I don't really like this person.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he may have an easy haircut or he may not even go into you, but it's your shop.
For sure.
So how you doing? That's the thing as an owner. I don't have to, but I do try to speak to everybody that comes into the shop unless I generally got a problem with you. But I'm not gonna make it to the point where I'm making the person who we coming to.
Right.
I'm not gonna do that because at the end of the day it's business.
Yes.
You need to run business accordingly.
Yes, and that's what I've said before. Like, I walk into a steakhouse or wherever, what type of restaurant, I want somebody at the front desk to acknowledge me. Especially if I don't have reservations. I'm not coming in and they.
Yeah.
So you want to speak. You just at least want to give the common courtesy. Again, some people rub you the wrong way. They done did some, whatever the case may be. But us as the owners, we do have to at least acknowledge and just keep that good respect level. That way we're not messing it up for the barbers that's trying to grind and trying to get it going.
Yes.
On the tip, man, like what drove you to go ahead and open up your own shop?
Well, like I said, I've been doing it for a long time, and I got history. The way I started. I started off at one shop. I was only there for about a year and a half. When I went to barber school, went to Southeast Barber College, and one of the guys, or a guy who I eventually started working with in our own shop. We went to barber school together. We used to ride together the whole nine, and some kind of way we just kind of fell out of, we was going different directions or whatever. So he kind of was falling out of wanting to be a barber, for whatever reason. It wasn't his passion. It wasn't his passion because he wasn't, to me, one of those barbers who started off cutting hair in the garage and stuff like that. He was a mailman, and he decided, coming to the barbershop delivering mail all the time, the barber that we ended up working for at the beginning told him, you gotta go to barber school. You ain't gotta worry about delivering mail. You can make your own hours. You can make this money, all the people waiting. So eventually, you know, we worked together. Then not a short period of time, but after a while, me and him got into it about something, and he put me out the shop. And I didn't think he could do that because I thought when we first started, I thought it was our shop. Kind of find out, which I should have known, he about 5 years older than me, so he was a little bit older than me, and I wasn't into all that at the time, so I didn't realize that. Well, I realized I just was just dumb to the fact that wasn't nothing in my name. So I didn't have no right, so I got put out. But then he realized what he had done. You know, I went to another shop for a week. He came over there and got me, came back, apologized, whatever. But ever since that time, when he put me out and I came back, I was in grind mode.
Yeah.
I was in there to get my money. I enjoyed what I did, but I'm in there hustling to the point where everybody thought it was my shop because I was running things around there, in a sense. So then after a while of him, along the line, because we worked together for almost 15 years or so. So after then, he decided he was ready to get out. You know, he was going through some stuff in a rough patch in his marriage, so he was trying to get out the business. So I was like, okay, I need to think about doing something else. I like what I'm doing. Then I was in a small town it was like working in a plant, and I had topped out for how much money I could make. So I was like, okay, I need to move around because making good money or whatever, I'm still supporting my family at the time and everything is good, but I'm at my ceiling. I can't go anywhere because it's a lot of barbershops here, it's a barber school here, it's this person here in a small town, this person here, I've been cut forever. Now his brother cut hair, and the other person, his uncle cut hair, so everybody got a shop right here. And plus I had moved away from the area too, so you know, I was wanting to move closer to my house for one thing. So it was just time for me to move around. So I decided I started making plans to move closer to my house. And eventually, I think he got wind of that, and he was thinking because I was who I was gonna leave and take everybody with me and go, because we kind of had made plans like that, but I wasn't gonna do him dirty like that. I was gonna let him know when it was leave, but I was getting stuff ready to leave. Then one day I come to work after, you know, we used to pay our booth rent on Saturday. Come to work. Well, one of the other barbers rolled by and he was thinking we was getting new equipment because all the other equipment was outside the barbershop. He pulled up later on and tried to get his key to see what was going on, and the owner had changed the locks. He basically put us out. That's when I knew that, okay, what I was trying to do, I got to hurry up and do it now because he don't put us in a bind. I never forget it. It was the first Monday in December of 2005. I remember when it happened, like yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, we pulled up and finally got the landlord to let us in there and seen all the trash. He had took everything, got the shop and everything, you know, but it was his shop. You know, that's what happened. He the owner. He didn't mess with. He did it legally right. He didn't mess with nothing that didn't belong to him.
Yeah.
Everything belonged to him. The refrigerator, the chairs, the barber chairs, the mirrors, the Coke machine. Took all this stuff out of there. It was his. What nothing we could do because it was his shop.
Yeah.
So that's when I realized that. Hence, I needed a plan B.
Yeah.
That's eventually became the name of the barbershop right now, Plan B, because you know my last name begin with a B and first name of another barber begin with a B and another barber last name is going to be. So we all came up with the Plan B. That's how that got started. We needed to do something different, and we didn't have no plan. That's one of the things people always ask for when they ask about when they come in the shop is, you know, how'd you come up with the name? Well, I dumb the story down a little bit, but I tell that same story and let you know you need a plan B in your life too. Don't be a poor rat with one hole to run to, you know.
Yeah, and I think that is still some of the things that we catch in a lot of these barbers right now. Like they still find themselves complacent. You know, it's easy for them to come in and just, you know, pay their little money and go, which is cool and fine. But I think one of the things for me was what I definitely took pride in was I treated it like it was my shop too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you did.
You know, sweeping, mopping,
Yeah.
milk, you need me to do anything?
Yeah.
Like, and then after a while, there was no questions asked. Like, I got you. Like, this trash
Yeah.
needs to go out. Like,
Yeah, that was a blessing too, because
so for me, what I always say is, I try to make sure that, because my mom and dad did, I would always make sure that my mom and dad could come to the shop
Yeah.
and feel comfortable.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
they want to run to the restroom. You know, we ain't got to worry about nothing. It's easy for them to do, and so that's. You can't be too complacent as a barber. You know, you can still understand your boundaries and know that it's not your shop, but take pride in it, you know, like it is your shop, you know.
Mhm.
It's a good value and characteristic to run along with, because who knows, one day it may be your shop, you know. I remember one day you had asked, we had to go meet up for something at a bank. I ain't gonna lie, man, I was on cloud nine. I'm telling Kim, I'm like, I think he gonna ask me to be partners or something, man. Like, I'm doing well, you know what I mean? The clientele is coming, like I'm helping out around the shop, and you know, end up being something else. But you know, you take pride in what you're doing, man, and you know, feel honored that again somebody is giving you a chance to work, because they don't have to know your background. But those that do know your background, they're still giving you a chance. They're trying to look past that, because we know for most of us that do have a troubled background, society and a lot of the world won't give us that chance, which is another reason why a lot of people end up barbering, because they're not given that chance to go work.
You're self-employed, so you don't have to clock in, and you don't have to drug test or whatever. So it has its advantages.
For sure.
Yeah, that's another thing about being the owner too. Sometimes you have to monitor what goes on in the shop. You know, we got TVs, you know, but music, you know, I don't like going in shops where it's so much going on. Because me personally, I just want you to come in and get a haircut. I want you to go do the other stuff elsewhere. Like I said, I don't need you. You know, I can put a pool table in here, but I've been in all this. It's not about all that. You want to get a haircut. I'm not knocking any barbershop that has all that, you know, because that's for their clientele. I'm not looking for that clientele. You know, those are clientele that, you know, they say they don't want no kids in there. I get it. That's a beautiful thing. That, you know, you have a shop where nothing but adults in there. You're doing adult things, but that's not going to work for me in my household or whatever. You know, it's just not going to work for me. So I didn't want that. I want you to come in and get a haircut, a good haircut, and leave. I want you to be able to bring your kids in there, because like I say, the kids, I can get them and grow up with them.
Yep.
You know, sometimes the parents don't come, but they'll bring their kids. I just get an edge up today. Okay. I wasn't gonna get nothing, but since you don't have anybody next, can you get me? Yeah, no problem. But they really want to bring their kid, because their kid has something to do at school or whatever. So never leave out the kids. So that means when I'm watching TV, I got to make sure that I can't watch everything that I may want to watch or adults may want to watch. I got to consider the kids, and if I'm watching something like that, when they come in there, I'm quick to turn it, you know, because I want you to be comfortable.
And like I say, you know, they back to the reviews, that parent gonna run out of there. Man, they was watching such and such, or they had whatever playing on the radio, and you know, it leave a bad taste, and you know, they jump online and try and make you seem like the bad person. So definitely got to be mindful.
I mean, I even had a cat not here recently, maybe 6 months or so ago. We came in and we was watching something on TV, and I don't think anybody in the shop thought it was offensive. And he got a son that may be late junior high, early high school or something. And he asked me, hey, could you turn that? Hey, could you turn that? Oh, my bad. I heard it turn because for one, you come in the shop to talk to me. I'm cutting your hair, first of all, and you wanted a haircut, and it's like, man, I didn't realize what was on TV was offensive to him, but it's no big deal. You know, nowadays with streaming, I got 1,000 channels.
Right.
I definitely can find something else. Ain't that serious? So I just turned it, and you know, we laugh about it, you know, but hey, I'm not finna mess my money off like that, because what we was watching on TV, I didn't think it was offensive or whatever, but that's that man. So when I see him coming now, hey, I make sure the TV, I'm watching the news.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, and that's what I learned from boot camp. You know, they had the saying is your perception is valid. So, you know what, like I say, what may offend me may not offend you, and vice versa.
Yeah.
But you know what? The other thing that I learned from you is once I know who I'm dealing with, what I'm dealing with,
exactly,
makes it so much easier. You know, so like you say, now I know I see him getting out the car. Let me go and change this, and we good.
That's something you still learn. I've been married for finna be 31 years. So it's something. Even being married, I'm still learning that. You know. Oh, she didn't think that was funny.
Won't do that one.
Okay. Thought that was a good joke, but she said it wasn't. So yes, I mean, I thought it was funny. I still think it's funny, but because she said it wasn't funny, guess what? It wasn't funny.
Yeah.
Same thing applies.
So now, as an owner of Milk, give me what's probably been one of your most challenging situations with being an owner. I mean, that's another thing that a lot of people don't talk about. They don't really give a blueprint to it. You know, when opening up a shop and running your own thing, like there's a lot that goes into it.
As an owner, especially in a shop that, you know, everybody paying booth rent, you know, like say, if they paying booth rent, at the end of the day, all you want them to do is have their money, you know. I ain't gonna say you don't care how they get it, because you don't want them doing nothing illegal in your shop either. So you gotta make sure, because end of the day, everything, if they do something wrong in there, you being the owner, it's gonna all come back on you. So you gotta always consider that, you know. So, I mean, just the shop in general, you know, it's an investment for you. So you buying all the chairs, you buying all the shops, the mirrors, you know, you providing all the stuff that's going in there. So don't be afraid to charge someone what you consider is applicable for your booth rent, because all the stuff that they are enjoying or what have you is because you provided it. So that's fine, you know. What's hard is though is sometimes when, like you say, I know you mentioned talking to you another time, you talking about at one point it was a real hot summer. A real hot summer, I mean, your AC working overtime. I mean, your light bill gonna be high. If you got a shop full of people and all the clippers are going, all these electric clippers, or these clippers that's plugged up all day and night, your light bill high.
Yeah.
Don't nobody know how you know, the entertainment going there. You have to pay for that TV. You have to pay for the cable. Yeah. You got to pay for the phone. Nowadays, a lot of people don't. I still have a shop phone, but a lot of people don't have that because everybody have their cell phones and stuff like that. But you know, sign a 5-year lease or a 3 or 4 year lease. More than likely, each year that rent goes up each year. That means every year, every time it go up, that means you go up on your booth, or not, or do you show some grace? Right. You know, that's the thing. You know, you feel, you know, that you've been blessed, so you feel grace to, you know, be a blessing to others. You know, I could go up every time, or I could do that. There's another reason I don't advertise for the shop either, because we individuals, you know. So if you feel like it's slow for you, you need to advertise, because you can.
Yeah. That's what I preach all the time. You know, just because you sitting, you know, it's not on me.
Yeah.
You know, especially once you hit that year mark.
Yeah.
You know, you done seen how it worked.
Yeah.
You know, you need to catch your grips and put forth the effort yourself.
Exactly? What are you doing different? You know, you get some barbers who, in some shops you see them online or whatever. They come to work, they clean. They keep a fresh haircut. They clean. They smelling good. They got the latest everything, all the gadgets. You know, and some clients, you know, especially with these new age clients, this generation, they like that.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta know how to cut no hair, but you got all the new stuff. You got the fly cape, you know, you got the newest J's on, you match from head to everything, you know. That's why I want to cut my hair. He clean. He gonna get me clean. And sometimes that work, you know, but at the end of the day, they really want a good haircut. That's what I be preaching. So all the gimmicks that some barbershops give you, it doesn't mean you're gonna get a good haircut. You want a good haircut, okay, this is what we do here. We're not trying to sell you on nothing else but a haircut.
That's it. Yeah. It's a different day and age, and there's so much. And you know, you get some of the I've been approached by a couple of older gentlemen that like, man, want to do an investment of a sort, and like I say, it just don't fit for me, and what I got going on, and me and my family schedule. Like I say, if I need to be here at a certain time, I want to be there if all that's going on.
Yeah.
Because again, I am held liable should it go south.
Yeah.
It's the same thing when, like you say, who you bringing on.
Yeah.
It matters. A lot of people think, oh, you're doing vacations as well. Well, what about when I need surgery and I'm laid up?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody paying my bills then. I need to make sure that while I'm out, regardless, that my people are here, and I can expect them to take care of business as if I was here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot going on, a lot to think about being the owner, because you give people keys to your place. You got your personal belongings, all your equipment that you use to make your money with. You gotta have people you can trust with. That's why it's hard. It's easy to, if you're looking for a barber, some barbers or stylists or whatever to fill up your shop, you can get anybody in there. But do you want anybody working with you? You don't want to have to be the first one at the shop and I can't leave till everybody leave, because ain't nobody getting no key, because I don't trust you. You don't want to be around nobody you can't trust. Well, at least I don't.
Yeah.
Because it's hard. You can't even work because, you don't know if they plotting. Not saying that they will, but you just never know what's going on.
Yeah.
Then if they got a bad clientele coming in, you don't know what they thinking about.
Yep.
Everybody looking for a come up sometime, Nobody really wants to. It's like people, they want to hit the lottery, but you're not even buying a lottery ticket.
Yeah.
So, it's hard.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot. It's a lot to take in, man. But just like you had that rapport with your customers, which I don't hear much of. I don't know, maybe because I am a kind of a homebody myself, but it's still good to have a rapport with other barbers as well. That's why, like I say, I've been gone for 4 going on 5 years from Milton Plan B, but a lot of my customers still ask how they doing. I seen them at the grocery store or whatever. A matter of how you leave one. You never want to make sure that you don't want to burn bridges. You know what I mean? Because you never know, you may end up needing somebody in the long run. So you want to make sure that you don't burn bridges, man. You want to keep an open line of communication. You want to build, keep that rapport going. But like I say, it's times that I'm checking up on Milton, or I'm taking kids somewhere, and I got out of work early, so I can pop my head in and go check on Milton, the rest of the crew, man. But it's keep that respect, man. Keep that love. But like I say, keep that communication, man. And
that's something people need to learn in life. If you're a young person and you ready to leave home, don't leave your mom and them house on a bad note. You never know when you're gonna need them. Leave. Don't leave and have to leave your keys there. You left on a bad note if they say leave them keys here or something. You want to leave on a good note, because you never know when you're gonna need someone. So that's always a good thing.
Yeah, I think about definitely had some people leave in a crazy way, and I just think about when you come asking for a job, is it through text? Are you sneaking and putting your stuff in? Then that shouldn't be the way that you leave either. It shouldn't be leaving in the middle of the night, or
I've had that happen.
Sliding your stuff out piece by piece, or like I say, I to go to lunch or whatever the case may be, and I come back, you gone, or you text, hey, I no longer want to be here. When you sit down, you come talk to the owner, you having that face to face. So just have the same respect and have that face to face when it's time for you to go. Again, we want to see everybody be successful, so if we can help, we're gonna point you in the right direction. But
No doubt.
it's on you. I've been saying this a little bit more lately, but it's on you. You got to look at yourself.
I mean, even in your situation, I remember for you was like, I think I'm getting ready to leave, man. I think I found somewhere. I'm like, all right, cool, because for me, I always felt like, I always wanted my own. I thought that's what I got in the business for, to eventually, do it my own way, do it the way I wanted it done. So, but then you was like, nah, it ain't time yet. Then I think like when you said that, then it's like about a week later, it's finna happen now. I think we found a spot. Kim don't found a spot. So I'm like, all right, man. Hey, I like, I was serious too. Let me know if you need me for anything, man, because I realize in this business though, it's way too many people that get haircuts or want haircuts. That it's enough for everybody. I think about a small town I grew up in, Lamarck, and it's like you think you know everybody. Then as you get older, you start hearing about people that's coming and going, dying, this, that, and the other. Who? Never heard of them. But they've been staying in the same little small town that you've been staying in. How do you not know them? Then people start coming into the shop. You're like, I didn't know this person had kids. And so it's always enough for everybody. In other words, it's no need for me to hate, because at the end of the day, whoever's spending their money will spend their money where they want to anyway. I can't stop nobody from, if it's God's plan, well, you can't stop that. And since I am a believer,
yes, sir,
I can't stop what God has ordained for someone else. I can't stop no one else's, they blessings,
I'm with it. Man, I definitely, I appreciate everything you got for me today. Definitely a lot of nuggets that hopefully you guys and girls can, run with, man. And again, this is 30-something plus years in the game,
yes,
man, and a lot to give, man. I could do this all day. I don't know if there's any information you want to give. You got anything coming up, man?
No, man. Like I say, I'm just regular, man. Nothing special going on. I don't, do nothing special. I know. Back in the days we used to do customer appreciation. That's something I think I kind of want to get back into, man. But I be kind of busy to the point where I want to do it to where I could appreciate it also, So I'm trying to work out something one day to do something, because it has been, like I said, I've been at the location I'm at now since 2006. So it's been a minute. January 2006, I've been there. So I don't know. Thinking about doing something. One of the customers, there's always the customers who get these ideas together for me, because end of the day, I just want to give you a good haircut and send you on your way. I don't really, all the other stuff is, it's okay, but I'm not looking for that. So I don't really have anything going on that I could just say for sure.
It's all good. As always, we can collab. I'm game.
Oh, yeah,
Let me
for
know.
sure, yeah.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
But again, man, I just appreciate the time. We're gonna send them off, man, and I'll still leave, Milton's information at the bottom, man, and anybody got any questions, man, and I've said before, I've sent a couple people that way, or at least some barbers that was asking, to where I was full at the time. Some people I felt was of good character.
Yeah.
Like I say, I'm still gonna try and send them your way, man,
Yeah.
because again, it's a community, it's a rapport. So
Yeah, like it's hard. Like I say, people come in the shop all the time, and how old Mike doing? You talk to Mike. Yeah, man, he over there doing good, man. I talk to him every so often, and we always good, man. Nothing but love for the brother. He was one of the barbers that actually came in, and not that I do everything the right way, but he saw some of the things I was doing, and he implemented into his thing, and he's doing well. So I say God is good, because he didn't have to. Like I say, I'm not perfect. He wasn't trying to be perfect, but he saw some of the things that he could use, and he, it's working for him. So I tell him all the time, yeah, you over there.
I appreciate it. Number love.
Yes, sir. Already.
Yes, sir. We appreciate it, good people, man. We'll check back with y'all in a few.
Peace.